Watch you guys, if you're running Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 and you're using the old Microsoft Security Essentials, or it's called Windows Defender now, as your antivirus, then you may sometimes find that when you get malware that this gets disabled, and this could render your PC useless and open to the elements. And I'm going to show you how you can try to download updates and put them in manually, and also use some of the tools that Microsoft offer so you can run some scans. Okay, now I'm not going to infect this machine. We're going to do that in another video, and we'll see how well it fares against malware. But what I'm going to do is just basically show you some steps on how to manually update your virus definitions, and also how you can run a scan with Windows Defender offline and stuff like that. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is find out what version of Windows you've got, whether it's 32-bit or 64-bit. And I know it's pretty easy for most people, but some people will find it difficult. And there's a page here that Microsoft have posted up which will tell you what your current operating system is, whether it's 32-bit or 64-bit. If you can't open that browser, I will show you another way. It's quickly and easy. You just right click on the button down the bottom here, go to File Explorer, and you should see my computer or this PC or whatever yours is called here. You right click on this, go Properties, and it will open up and tell you what version you've got. You can see it here, system type 32-bit. okay, and it's a virtual box, so it's not really that important, but you can get the idea of what operating system you got. Once you know the operating system, you can take some steps here. Now we've got a Microsoft Safety Scanner. Now Microsoft Safety Scanner is a little tool that you can download, and basically it'll run a safety scan of your system and try to find some malware on there and remove it, and hopefully it's not that heavily infected. And you can see here it only lasts for 10 days, so it will expire in 10 days. Now once you've downloaded it, it's a small file to download. You run this and it will try to run a scan on your system. So you can accept this license agreement, go next, and you can see here Microsoft are actually saying that the tool is not a replacement for any anti-malware solution. Okay, so they're saying you should use other anti-malware solutions. So they're saying it's not that great really, but if this is what you want to try, then you can try it. Okay, so you need to go next, and then you've got the option to do a quick scan, full scan, or a custom scan. Okay, you just change the radio buttons here, and then you can run a scan on there. Okay, now I'm going to cancel that. Now there is another option you can do as well. If you don't want to run this scan, you can actually come to this site here, which is your Windows Defender. If you come down here and have a look at your Windows Defender, you will see it says some malware can turn off Microsoft updates. In this case, you might need to use Microsoft Safety Scanner, or for stubborn malware you can use Windows Defender offline. That's what I would use rather than the Safety Scanner. So you can download this. You just hit this button, and I will leave these links in the description, and it will give you these two options here, 32-bit and 64-bit. You know what the version you've got, download it. This works on Windows 8 and Windows 8.1. Download that. Once you've got that done, it'll be these one of these items here, either 64 or 32. So we'll just run this. This will open up this box here, and then you just go next, and it'll tell you what you need. You'll need an internet connection, a blank CD or DVD, or a USB flash drive, or something of that nature. Okay, now I've already got I'm going to get an ISO image of this, and I can run it on this virtual box. But if you've got a USB flash drive, you want to put that into your drive now, and make sure it's not password protected, and run it, and it will install that on there, and then you just boot up to that drive. Okay, but I'm going to go for the ISO image. You go next. It wants to put it in this location here. That's fine by me. Go next and let it do its process. Okay, take a bit of time, it will download. Okay, it's going on to task 2 now. And then task 3, and it's now completed. as you can see. Now it asks you to burn this ISO, but I'm just going to boot to this ISO, okay, because I'm in a virtual box. But if you use your USB flash drive, you can then change your boot order to boot to USB flash drive. Now once you've done that, you can then boot up. Here is your ISO, as you can see, and you just need to boot to that. Now before I do that, I'm just going to show you something else that you can do. If you go back to this page here, the first page, it was this one, sorry. Just going to go backwards, go back to this page. If you come down the bottom here, you'll also see how to update the definitions of your Microsoft Security Essentials or Windows Defender, whatever you want to call it. And you can see here we've got 32-bit or 64-bit, and this is the one here. So we're just going to hit this. And what this will do, as you can see, it's 85.7 megabytes in size on the making of this video, and that is the actual definitions. So if it doesn't allow you to update, you can always download the definitions and then install those definitions and then run a scan. It should let you still run a scan unless it blocks it. So let me just drag this onto my desktop here. And there is our file. I'm just going to quickly run this. And that will install the actual definitions into your Windows Defender there. Okay, so that should be up to date, and then you can run a scan with your Windows Defender. Now that's all depending on whether it still lets you run a scan and all those sorts of things. So that is the thing to remember. So we can click on this now, Windows Defender. And it's saying I haven't run a scan yet. It's up to date, as you can see here, because we've just updated it with the definitions, and you would then just run a scan. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Now let me just quickly boot to that Windows Defender offline ISO so you can see what that looks like. So we'll just let this load up. I know this looks like Windows 7 there, you just ignore that part, just let it boot up. And then you'll get this window pop up, Windows Defender Offline, and then it will just run a scan with the Windows Defender. So that's basically how you update Windows Defender Offline and how you can run scans with Windows Defender Offline, either via CD, USB, or you can actually run a safety scan as well, and that's how you can also update your definitions offline. Okay, so that's the whole Windows Defender thing. Now I'm not saying it's the best way to remove malware, it's just one way of removing malware, or a start of a way of moving malware if you've got Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 and this is what you truly like or believe in. Okay, so let me just reboot the system. So here we are back at the desktop, and that's basically how you do all that in a nutshell. It's pretty straightforward stuff. So if you are a user of Windows Defender and you want to know how to do it, then obviously this is all your answers answered. You can actually run scans, updates, and also even if your Windows Defender is disabled by malware, you can still run a scan with the Windows Defender offline. Okay, so I hope this answers all your questions. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. I hope it really does help you out, guys. If it does, then hit the like button. It really does help me out. And also hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with my latest videos when I upload them. Now we'll do another video on this and see how it fares with an infected system and see whether it's actually viable to use this method. Okay, so I'm going to call this one done. So thanks again. Bye for now.